What?
You gotta talk.
Oh, what do you want me to say?
I'm just kidding. Today is going to be an exciting day. We're going to build a back porch bench, but it's really a couch.
Our neighbors already told us that I needed an intervention because it's like the 15th million project we've done since this whole quarantine. But they've all turned out good.
Yeah. So we're going to open up this miter saw.
Yeah, we have upgraded from a, what was that on
skill
called?
saw.
A skill
Just
saw.
a regular skill saw. So
To a miter saw.
Everything we've built has been with a skill saw. Now we have a miter saw, so we can actually do it the right way. We're going to get all our stuff together that we're going to use. Then we'll check back in.
Hi. All right, so this is our skill saw that we bought.
No, miter saw.
Oh, sorry. Miter saw that we bought. We had a skill saw. This is our miter saw that we bought. I don't know too much about it, but I'm going to open it up just to show y'all what we got.
It's a Cobalt 7 1/4 inch sliding miter saw with a swing bevel.
We've definitely upgraded. Why don't you tell them the importance of a miter saw though? Because I didn't understand why you wanted a miter saw really.
Well, the miter saw lets you cut angles and stuff like that better than the skill saw. The skill saw is just hard to use. And this cuts more precise because it also has laser guiding for when you cut the wood. You shoot the laser down on the wood so you can make sure you're cutting it right and easier. Exciting. It's almost like one of those moments where you're like,
I wonder what?
that's it? You know?
It looked bigger in the store, didn't it?
But it's compact. All right, we're gonna set this thing up and see if we can get it to work right.
Okay, so we got the saw set up. So we're good to go. And then this is gonna be the rest of our supplies. We got some screws.
So 2.5 inch trim head screws.
Yeah, 2.5 inch trim head screws, a measuring tape, a drill, Sharpie that we use to mark the wood because we're gonna have to make some measurements, and then an angle square, an angle square, just a square.
And then 8 pieces of 2x3.
And then we had to get 8 pieces, a 2x3 at 8 feet each, and then two 2x3s.
1x3s.
Okay, 2 1x3s. I'm sorry. At 8 feet each, and we'll post on here all the supplies so y'all can know if you're interested in making this. So here we go. What we're gonna do first is measure all the wood and make the cuts and put them in a pile. So we're making our first measurements. So the first thing we're gonna do with our 2x3s is we need to measure and cut 4 24.5 inch sections, and this is gonna be for a side frame. So that's what we're measuring now. And now we're cutting 2 pieces out of the 2x3 at 30 1/4 inches. And these are gonna be for the side frames.
Right.
57.5, yes.
5 of those?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't be enough on that.
You go whoop. You go whoop. And that's it. Right, Daddy?
Way easier, man. All right, so you need to arrange the sides. So you have a 30 1/4 inch piece on top, a 24 1/2 inch on each side, and then a 27 1/4 inch piece in the middle, 10 inches from the bottom. So you do, yes. So you measure 10 inches to the top of the piece. So when you put it together, it'll end looking like this, the side. So we use the trim head screws, put 2 in each spot. So 2 there, 2 here, and then 4, 2 on each side on the top. And if you got it right and it's level, it should stand up. So after you put them together, you should have 2 sides of the couch like this. So now we're doing the bottom. You'll need 2 of the 57 1/2 inch long boards and 4 of the 27 1/4 inch boards. You're going to stand the 57 inch ones up, put your other 4 flat, and this is what's going to hold your cushion or pillows or whatever you decide to put down to sit on. So the way we're going to do it is the first board will be about 14 inches from the side.
It'll be 14.5.
14.5 inches from the side, and then about 6 inches apart, and then the last board will be 14.5 inches from the other side. So we had to change some measurements. So you get down, it should look like this, but we had to change the measurements. We still use 14.5 from the side for the first and fourth boards, but in between the boards we measured about, what was it, 12 inches instead of 6. 6 was just too close, so about 12 inches in between them. And the last one is going to be a little bit further than 12, but working with odd numbers, kind of hard to get exactly even in the middle. All right, so if you've gotten that far, you should be here, your 2 sides and your bottom connected. If you got one of those pocket jig things, I suggest you buying one to use to connect the sides here. We had to do it different ways, as you can see, trying to do it with trial and error, and it's pretty tough. Or you can just get some longer screws than 2.5 inches and just put through this side. That's what I like to do. I don't like doing the pocket jig thing. All right, if you got the bottom installed, and you put your rest of your 57, what were these, 57 1/2 inch ones, all on the back, and just evenly space them apart from the bottom one. We just went ahead and did the top one first, and then did the bottom one and put the 2 in the middle. All right, so we went ahead and added 2 more braces in the middle just to be extra safe with the weight distribution.
Had them left over anyway.
Yeah, we had them left over anyway with the measurements that we used. So now we are going to put these 1x3s, it's decorative pieces on the sides. We're going to measure from here, from the side to that side is 30 inches. So we're going to put, how many are you going to put on this side? 3. So 3 on each side. 1 here,
They'll match up the back.
2 and 3, matching up with these back braces. All right, after we've added our decorative side pieces, so it's the same on each side, so it's 3 of the 1x3s on each side, in line with the back's supports. Once you got it built up and sanded, and you can put some stain on it. We use the color called Espresso. Then all that's left is to get some cushions and pillows, or a baby crib mattress, or whatever you decide to put on this thing. All right, when you get it all done, pick out some cushions and pillows that you want to put on there, and there you go. Gonna do a mod here. See, it's dirty. We've pressure washed this concrete and it's just stained and ugly. So we're gonna paint it. See how it turns out. And here's what we're gonna use. Wow, I got this Valspar porch floor and patio anti-skid latex paint, custom color. So we got it. a dark gray color. Alright. Getting it all swept up. I'm gonna lay that paint down.
A little bit right there.
Hmm?
I got a little bit on that brick right there.
It's alright. Looks pretty good on it.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see what it looks like once it's all done.
Yeah. Alright. It's a dark gray color. So Jody's going behind me filling in those bare spots. And the finished product. It does look a little blue, but it's a dark gray.
No, we're playing outside then.